Hey, busy crafters, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Jessica, and we have a great collaboration for you. That's right, it's the Craft Your Stash collaboration hosted by Sunflower Tasha DIYs, and the co-host is At Home with Kay. The links to their channels will be in the description box below as well as the playlist, so be sure to go on over and give everybody some love. So, for on to project number one, the last few videos that I've done has been crafting the stash because, we have a lot of stuff. And in order to get more stuff, we have to use old stuff. So, this is why we're doing this. Well, that and the joys of crafting. Anyways, so here we go. We're taking this tree form that we got from the Dollar Tree a while ago, and I've never used it, and I'm glad that I didn't, because what we're doing is we are wrapping it in either not tin foil, it's either saran wrap, plastic wrap, clear wrap, it doesn't matter, whatever you guys call it, it is, but that's what we're going to do. And then I'm forming it to the tree form, not too much because I do want to be able to just slide it off, but I don't want it to be like moving around as well. So I'm just making sure that everything is good and ready to go. So now I was going to glue like a big old globber of glue right there. I put a big old globber of glue and then I realized, wait a minute, no. What we need to do is just put a little bit of glue because when this is dried, we want to take the saran wrap off. So I take a little bit of the glue off and then I just start, twirling it around, doing all the crazy stuff, wrapping it and wrapping it and wrapping it and wrapping it. And when I get to the end, I'm like, okay, there are some major spots. So I just start wrapping it and trying to, clear the gap in between all of it. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. And now I'm going to take Mod Podge and I'm going to cover the entire tree in Mod Podge. Be sure when you do this that you have a well-ventilated area. I've been sitting in the craft room with this glue smell and I'm a little tipsy. It really did some work on me. So just be sure that is what you do. So now for video purposes, even though this is the first project that I did to have it sit all day, it still wasn't completely dry, but we're going to just work with it. It's dried enough, so I just go ahead and take some snowflakes that I got from my mom a long time ago before I even had my channel, and these snowflakes are made out of like, the plastic tablecloths. That's what they feel like. That's what they seem like to me, is they're just, plastic tablecloth cut into snowflakes. And so I just continue going ahead and doing all of the snowflakes. And let me know what you think about this tree. I think it turned out very pretty. The saran wrap is still in it. When it's completely dried, I have to put it back on the form to let it dry some more before it gets damaged. So yeah, let me know what you think about it. Is there anything that you would do different? Is there anything that you like about it, don't like about it? Let me know in the comments down below. I look forward to it. I want to take a moment to thank every single one of my subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. Again, thank you so much. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out and it's free to you. Okay, so now on to project number 2. This project, I like the concept of it, but I am going to have to go back and do some stuff to make it a little bit better. I take that giant board and I paint it in Midnight, which is a dark blue. And then I take the nativity scene wood pieces and I paint them in black. And now I'm going to go ahead and put them together. So I assumed that it would all fit and everything would be great. Yeah, it didn't, so I had to squish them all together, which it turned out pretty anyways. It did not turn out too shabby at all. And so I'm just placing them down. Okay, yeah. And then I was like, at first the sheep was going to have to be, above, and then so I'm just trying to figure out where I want everything and how I'm going to place everything down. And then I realized, okay, let's put the little guy right there, and then yeah. And then once I get everything where I want to be, I go ahead and take my Aleene's tacky glue and hot glue, and then I just glue them down. And I do that for every single piece. The only piece that's popped forward is baby Jesus. And I'm okay with that because, you know, he is the savior of the world and he is my Lord and Savior, and I love him so much. I wouldn't be where I'm at, and with everything going on in my life, I'm still joyful because I have him. So now I take my handy dandy drill gun and I do a little hole in there. And I take these fairy lights that I got from the Dollar Tree. These fairy lights I've had for years, years and years. I never wanted to get to do them because, to tell you the truth, I'm lazy and I didn't want to deal with having to unscrew the little screw to put the batteries in. But I have an amazing, wonderful, awesome husband who I bat my eyelashes at, and he did the excruciating job. So I got to do the fun job. He did the excruciating job by putting the batteries in there and unscrewing that little tiny itty bitty baby screw. And he did it for me twice. So he really is an amazing helper, man. And then here's where I go ahead and take it another one because I realize that I'm only going to have lights going down one side and not the other side, and that's just not good. And yeah, so this is a project that I am going to have to go back and fix and redo, and I'll let you know soon because it is coming up. So I tacked down all of the glue. Now my hot glue is on the wire itself, not on the bulbs. If you do this, make sure you do not touch the bulbs with the hot glue. It can be catastrophic. I don't know for sure because I never tried it. I just heard it can be, and I don't want to go through that. Don't need unnecessary stress in my life. Going through enough right now, guys. So I just go ahead and tack down the rest of it, and then I'm just let you know that, hey, I'm going to do the other side with this. And then I show you, hey, look, it works. You know, sometimes we get stuff from Dollar Tree that doesn't work. Now, here is where I'm like, okay, I need to do other things. First off, those wordings are way too small. I need to get them bigger, and I think I'm not going to do them in black. I think I will do them in maybe a white or a silver. I don't think I have silver vinyl. Good thing is I didn't glue it down because I'm not sure what I was going to do. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just might, I'm going to do that because it's kind of drowned out. That is the words are, unto us a son is born or a child is born, all that. There it is with everything. I was also going to put gems as stars in the sky. So let me know what you think. Is there something that you would do? Is there something that catches your eyes that you think that would look good on it? Let me know in the comments down below. And I would love to hear your guys' feedback on how I can make this project better because I'm not too happy with it. I love the concept, but I could do better. Again, follow me on all of my social medias. The links to them will be in the description box below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out and it's free to you. What are you waiting for? Okay, so now on to project number 3. This project also took a different turn than what I was expecting. There's that silver paper that I was going to use, scrapped it. Well, yeah, I scrapped it. Totally different idea. So I got that half wood round in my stash and I painted the outside of it black. And then I painted that Merry Christmas that I had in my stash since last year when they went on sale for like 90% off. And I painted it black as well. Yeah, that's what I did. And I am not going to show you the whole thing being painted. I think you guys get it. There, I bought these a few months ago in springtime actually. And they were in the wedding section, and they were $2.99. So I was like, heck yeah. So I went and bought those ones. I bought the red one specifically for Christmas, and I was like, wait a minute, you haven't even used that, silly. So I had to run into a different room because my craft supplies are everywhere and not in just one place. So not only am I going slowly crazy, but I really don't know what I have and what I don't have. So haven't bought anything for a long time. I will have to for the challenge that's coming up next month, Just Our Crazy Imagination. It's not called crazy, but it should be because, whew. And so, yeah. Now I'm just going ahead and gluing it down. Now, I glued it down, got a little impatient, and tried to cut it while the glue was not set yet. And it kind of stretched and kind of tore the burlap. don't do that. Just, be patient and let it just, let it set for a little bit. The top part I did much better with because I had to get a drink of water, and it gave the glue the time to, sit and harden up and everything. And just pushing it down with my little silicone spatula. And then here's where I bring in the top piece. Now, I wanted it to match up just fine. I did not want the seam. I did not want, it to be obvious. So I just take it and cut off a little strip and then match it down to right there. That's where it looks the best. And then I just tack it down or glue it down with hot glue. And then I go ahead and try to fix the corner. The corners were frayed. They looked kind of terrible. So I just go ahead and put a flame to them and burn off all the little unnecessary hairs and everything. That worked out great, but it still wasn't perfect, so we're going to cover that as well. Here is where I tack it down, and then I went and got a drink of water. You wouldn't tell because my, my editing skills are getting pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Loving it. And see how easy it is when you give it time to, cure. Not too shabby. Here's where I take the little lighter and I just, burn off the little bits of excess and everything like that. And then, and there you go. There's that beautiful thing. So now by the grace of God, I had the burlap or the jute twine because I was like, those purple things will be a little bit too, I don't know. But I found that, and I go all the way around the edge and to give it that finished look, because we want our projects to look like they came from a store, that we, paid pretty good money for them, had to sell a kidney or something. And yeah, this one turned out pretty cool. I like it. It's a little bit on the rustic side. It's a little bit farmhousey, but that's okay. I live in the mountains, so I can get away with it. But, yeah. And then because this jute twine is also extremely fuzzy, I also take the lighter to it and take off all the fuzzies. So it just right there, just that little piece right there looks a lot better with everything coming together. And then I go ahead, I'm showing you that, look at, I burned it off. And I didn't catch myself on fire. That's a win for me. And so now I go ahead and take the Merry Christmas and I'm lining it up, and I noticed that it was uneven. So I take 3 half beads, I put one under the S, one under the C, and one under the M. For some reason, the Y was sitting just right up against the burlap or the jute twine. And so I'm like, okay, that's where it needs to go. And then I just put a little bit of hot glue on each bead and then put it back down. And then I lift it up and just, put the glue on the bottom of the half beads and the Y and then tack it all down or glue it all down. And then I was like, okay, still need something. So I take these pine picks that I got last year from Joann's and I start gluing them down. Yeah, and I needed it just a little bit fuller, so I take an extra piece and, put them down as well. And then I take a pine cone after I tack them down. I take a pine cone that came on the pick and I glue it down. But the pine cone, I guess, was way too heavy that it wasn't staying on and it kept falling off. So after I put it on there, I'm like, okay, it's falling off. It's not cooperating. It's not helping. And it was kind of sticking a little too far out of the project for my like. That as I'm sitting there going, okay, I'll just let the glue dry. Everything will be fine. And I cut off these 3 beads on each side. So 6 beads or 6 berries all together. I go ahead and that's where the pine cone fell. And I was like, okay, this isn't working. So I take my husband's tool thing right there. They've been in my craft room forever, and it's his tool, but I took them. I stole them. And so I just, cut a little bit of it off. And then re-glue it down. And then it turned out to be pretty cool. It held pretty well. So now we're going to go ahead and put the little red berries on. I also think that because the hot glue is also melting the pine, because the pines are plastic. So I put the little berries on either side, and this project is about to be finished. Yeah. I was going to put the white paint on there to make it look frosted, but it just seemed like it needed to be a little bit more cozy because of the burlap on the back and the black and the red, and it just seemed like it was just cozy. So that's why I didn't put the paint on. But what do you guys think? Should I put the paint on or to make it look like it's frosted on the pine, or should I leave it as it is? I think it's cool as it is, but I like to know what your guys' comments are and what you guys think, because you guys are very talented, crafty people, and I like to hear your opinions. So let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know which one's your favorite one. So on to the final reveal. And here we go. So the sun was coming through the dirty window. Yes, it's a dirty window. In the wintertime, I don't clean the outsides of the windows because, you know, we have snow, rain, wind. It's just terrible. So now we have this beautiful dirt glow coming through the window. And yeah. And yeah, there you go. So there's the little Merry Christmas sign. There's the Nativity scene without the lights on, and the tree that is, you know, it's an unconventional tree. It's a black tree with the white. I think it turned out really cool, pretty cool. So let me know what you think. And then there's another one with the lights on. And again, I like to you have your opinions on what I should do with the manger scenery. Should I add greenery? Should I, like, what do you guys think? Because I have my ideas, but I like to hear your guys' ideas too and really help me out. I would appreciate that a lot. So please subscribe to this channel, like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It really helps me out. Again, I would like to thank Sunflower Tasha DIYs for hosting this, and the co-host at Home with Kay. Thank you guys so much for having me on this playlist. I appreciate you guys. Also, viewers, be sure to go over there and the playlist and give everybody some love. Again, thank you so much for clicking on this video, watching this video, clicking on this channel. Please subscribe to this channel. And until I see you on the next one, God bless you guys. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I didn't mention that in the beginning. I'm doing it Monday. I will see you on the next one. Bye.